Three, two, one.
Hi, this is your girl again, Esther's Bride, and welcome to another episode of the Boost Show. You know, there's this thing that I've noticed there that I've come across so many times about the likes of Nathan Ebasi, Dunsin Oyekon, the way they sing, the way they craft out their lyrics. You can actually understand their lyrics without having to think or go to the dictionary. That kind of thing. And then you are just flowing. You even entering into the spirit if you're not in the spirit self. Just going and going and going like that. Have you ever wondered how they actually do this thing? Of course, there is a side of the spirit, there's where the spirit function, and no, there's also this great knowledge they have that I'm like, God, Jesus Christ, this grace is amazing. And with me here today is an amazing man of God who is good singing wise. He's also very amazing when it comes to lyrics too. He has this great potential that I have not seen in many people the way I see it in him. He's a man of God. Have you ever, don't worry, you hear him speak in tongues one day, one of these days. It's really amazing and crazy at the same time. So Saiji, can you tell us about yourself more? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Esther Pride. Thank you so much. I would want to give the glory to God for what He has done in my life, what He has done through me over the years. Nothing I have ever been doing or I've ever done is by my power or by my might, but because of what He has done in my life, what He has given to me. So I would say that this is because God has decided in His mercy, to give me these giftings. So all glory to God. My name is Ijiwole Emmanuel Luatosin, and I would like to call myself a music creator because
Okay.
I work all around. First, I'm a musicologist, meaning that I studied music as a course in the university.
Wow,
Graduated
that's
in
amazing.
Obafemi Awolowo University.
Wow.
And
Great Ife.
Great
My
Ife.
God.
That's how we roll now.
Okay.
So, aside that, I'm a music director. I'm a music teacher. I am a writer. I'm a composer. I'm an instrumentalist. I'm a vocalist.
Wow.
So there's so
Only
much.
you this one. Guys, can you see what I'm saying since? Okay.
So, by the grace of God, over the years, we'll be able to develop ourselves to master some of these things and, give out to people, teach people. And, we are still learning. We are still practicing. We are still, trying to attain when it comes to music. So,
Okay.
that's all I can say for now. Thank you.
Wow, that's a really great introduction. Thank you so much, sir. We love and appreciate your presence in this show. So I have some questions for you concerning lyrics and how to combine them. And the first one is, how can a singer be a composer or a singer? In the sense that, can a singer be a singer and a composer at the same time? Or they are two different people? That means, is it possible for a singer to compose songs and still sing them? Or there's a different composer composing a song and the singer is singing the lyrics of the song? Is it possible do you understand my question?
I understand you.
So-
I'm just waiting for you to learn.
Okay.
Well, before I go further in saying anything, I would say that many of the things I'm going to be saying today are based on my personal experiences.
Sure.
Some of the discoveries I made. So they might not really go with some of the rules that the musical society around the world may have created. These are things that have worked for me. So I'm going to be saying things that I learned because I
Alright.
basically learned on my own. I'm self-taught.
Wow.
You understand?
That's
Even before I came
cool.
to study music, I started to teach, myself these things. I discovered these things. So I wouldn't want somebody to feel like, okay, maybe some of the things he's saying is not really resonating with what they have learned before. But answering your question now, I would say that these things are interwoven. Being a
Okay.
singer and being a composer, there is this connection that comes between them. You understand? I would want to go a bit secular now. I know quite a number of composers who cannot really sing like that.
Okay.
They write songs,
Okay.
all right? In fact, they have imagination of melodies sometimes.
Wow.
But if you ask them to sing, they would basically mess it up. You understand? Because they may not really have the voice to drive what they are writing.
Oh.
So what they do is sometimes they give it out to people that can sing it. In fact, many musicians around the world today who were Grammy Award winners, who made hits, were not some of the best composers around. Whitney Houston was one of them.
Wow.
She was somebody who, sang other people's songs, who people wrote songs for. There's a man in the United States called Babyface. All right, Babyface.
I think I know him.
Yes, Babyface is, because he's still alive, is a world-renowned songwriter, but he didn't really sing much like that. All right. Now, if I want to go directly to your question, a singer can be a composer. Yes. Why? Do you get what I'm saying now?
I get you.
Well, you mentioned Duse Yekon in your introduction. Duse Yekon basically has written most of his songs by himself. And he is a singer too. So he can be a composer. A composer can be a singer. All right. And a composer can just be a composer and decide that, well, I don't have so much. Now, when it comes to songwriting now, sometimes you might even write a song that you feel that you cannot sing by yourself, even if you are a singer. You might believe that this song is not going to be, this lyric or whatever it is not going to resonate with the kind of voicing that I have. So I'm going to give it out to somebody.
Okay.
All right.
Amazing.
So that's why I said these things are so interwoven, and it is based on the perspective, you understand, of what the musicality of the song is going to be saying.
Okay,
all right.
That's
so
amazing.
let me stop there now.
Thank you so much, Sai. It's
You're
really
welcome.
amazing. So can a song be, memorable? Can a song, the melody of the song, can it be memorable? Can it be something that people can learn quick? There are many songs, like I said before, the likes of the Soyekon and many like that. They compose songs that are very, very, very easy to remember. You can just remember them when you just play the chords like this. Oh my goodness, this is it. So can people actually create songs like that? Because I had before, songwriting is not as easy as people think it is. So can you please explain better on that part, sir?
Okay, when it comes to melody, for the audience now, when you write songs and you take the audience into cognizance, it informs the way you put your songs together. Now I'm going to say something. Now, writing songs across cultures and nationalities may differ, but there's something that is common, and that's something that is universal to all, is the fact that if you want to write a song that will be memorable, you should write a part of the song that will be simple for the audience to sing along with. All right.
Yes.
If an audience should come to your concert, they should be able to go home with 1 or 2 lines in your song that they would never forget. All right.
Yes.
There was a song that I wrote for my church choir, Little Things. All right. There was a part of the song that was saying, for the little things you do and the big things you do. That part, I realized that many of the people that came for the concert they didn't forget that part. Yes, the song has so much lyrics. We had the verse 1, verse 2 and all of that. But there was that line that resonated with, what the audience wanted. So when we were singing the other part of the song, we were doing all the other part that were, there were so, so much lyrics. People would, but when we got to that part, when we sang it like 1 or 2 or 3 times, we noticed that they started to sing along. You understand? So when you are writing a song, you understand, you should find a part of your song that the audience can quickly learn. You understand? Because when you are writing, you are not just writing for yourself. You are writing, it is a form of communication, all right? It is a form of romance, all right?
Yes.
Now, so when you write for a society, in fact, when I was studying the history of jazz from way back, I realized that many of the guys that did jazz music in the 60s, 50s, 40s, way back, they didn't sell much because jazz was very complex. All right. So people did not really enjoy jazz. So when we moved into a point in jazz where we call avant-garde, then into the 80s where we call smooth jazz now came to a place where a lot of complexities were taken away from jazz music. So people started to sing jazz. In fact, some jazz musicians started to do what we call crossovers into pop music. In so much that they started to sing pop, like George Benson now. They started to sing pop music. They started to sing R&B, and, they brought it together into what we call fusion. So because of that, people started to sing jazz. All right. So
Mhm.
people don't really care about your complexity. They just want something that they can, resonate with.
Wow.
They don't want the sciences. They want the hearts. All right.
Exactly.
We know that music is science and heart.
Yes.
You understand? You are the scientist and you are basically the artist. But they are looking out for the artistic part of music, not really the science. They don't need to understand how you put it together. So when you write your song, you have to think about the audience. What can I give them that they would never forget?
Okay.
When they go home for the next 10 years, they are still talking about it. There's a point in that song that I like. And then you tell, oh, my friend, come and hear this part. It was so, if you ask them what happened for the rest of the music, they might not be able to tell you, but that part of the music, they will never forget. So when you are writing your melody, put your audience in mind. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's really one of the things I really like when I go for concerts. At least there should be something I should take home. So in this, at least out of what you just said now, the thing you should pick out is the fact that your lyrics should have something that when people hear it, they can have something in it that they can take home.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So
yes.
Thank you very much. So the second question I have for you is, how is it possible for a singer or a composer to write out a meaningful lyrics?
All right.
Because
all right, please go on.
I should say that there are many people or many artists that they are amazing in their ways and they have beautiful lyrics. Trust me, they're so beautiful, man. Now when you hear it, you'll be like, God, can somebody really create this kind of lyrics? And I mean, if you understand my sarcasm right now. So it's, how can someone create a meaningful lyrics that at least when somebody hears it will make sense. Like people will be able to, relate with what this is.
All right, fine. Now, music writing stems from imagination first.
Okay.
All right. You have to be able to imagine it. You understand? If you are not good with imaginations, you might not really be a very good songwriter. Many of the times, the things that you are seeing in your head, the people you are about to take the song cannot even understand. Now, how do you write beautiful lyrics? All right. Well, there are many ways to this. Let me talk about some of the things I do. Okay. Let me talk about my own method. You understand? For example, on a personal level, I like emotional music. I have listened a lot to South Africa music, Jail Celebration, House of David, Worship House, Spirit of David, and many of those. Then I realized that the things that happened in South Africa way back actually affected the kind of music that they did. All right. Now, I loved emotional music, pentatonics, things we know, wailings, ollarines, and some of the things that come with emotions. All right. Now, beautiful lyrics to me is different, for you. You understand? I've seen people listen to those kind of songs that I think that I love, and they will feel like, what is this? Yes. Beautiful lyrics to some people is rap music. You understand? When somebody's just giving them that, oh
my
man,
God, I'm
look
feeling
at
it.
that.
Oh my God.
Like you understand now.
That kind of
Number
thing.
one, you need to ask yourself now. When you imagine it, Esther's Pride. Let me tell you this: you should understand. Maybe I should say this now. Holistically, that you cannot satisfy all audience.
Okay.
Are you with me now? No matter how good you are, there will still be some people that don't feel you. All right?
Yeah.
I know somebody still told me 2-3 days ago that he does not like Dusei Yoko. Does not like him as a person, but his kind of music. And I was trying to explain to him, this guy is a Christian. He said, everything is just, but I realized the kind of music he liked. He listened to pentatonics, all these a cappella guys, all these guys with, you understand?
Okay.
So now, when you want to write lyrics, you need to understand that number one is you have a kind of faith in your music, the thing that you want to do on your own that satisfies you first, that you love.
My God.
You understand? You have to love it first. Then you have to now know, you have to have confidence in what you want to do. This kind of song like this, do I like it? You understand? Yes, you are taking the audience into cognizance, but first you have to begin to like what you do. You have to begin to like what you want to write. When you begin to imagine it and you begin to see, you understand? Do I like it? You understand? Because, we are so much under pressure to write what everybody wants. And in the end, you realize that you end up writing what
nobody likes.
You understand? Because you are trying to, be safe. You understand? So writing beautiful lyrics means that You are looking at a particular genre of music.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at a particular set of people. What kind of music do they like? What is inside your imagination? What are you thinking about in the moment? All right. What are the things that inspire you? All right. The things that you resonate with on your own. All right. Then you now begin to put the melodies together.
Wow.
You begin to put out the lyrics together, depending on how you write your song. Some people melody first before lyrics. Some people lyrics before melody. Some people it's, everything comes, hand in glove like that. All right. So I will just give you a simple solution. You have to look out for what inspires you.
Okay.
You understand? That is it for me.
That's amazing. And I hope you guys are enjoying what Saiji is saying. Yeah, I love calling him Saiji because he is a sir. Yes. That's why he's Saiji, I guess.
So that is not knighted yet.
Oh my God. So before we go, there's still some questions I would love to ask you, sir.
Yeah.
And the first one, okay, I said the first one, the second one already now. There was no point. So the third one is how can a singer, there's something called song structure and there's something called arrangements. This thing is very popular and very conversant with instrumentalists, especially keyboardists. They have this, Salah. I don't know if you've heard this. So I have one person and my God, he's here. You just do funny stuff, and it's really crazy. So how do people, it's different for you to know how to compose a song, and it's also a different thing for you to know how to arrange them, for you to know how to structure them properly. So how can this be done? Can it be done with the same person, or they have to give it to somebody else? That Miche, and all this kind of thing. If you didn't hear what I said take and do this thing for me. That's what I meant. So can you explain properly?
All right. I used to say one thing about music, that if you listen to an arranged song, when you take the piano away, you take the arrangement away, you take the everything away, it's like the song is naked. A song starts with an idea. I said something about imagination the other time.
Yes.
Most of my songs start with imagination. I'm just trying to imagine then I begin to probably sing it or probably begin to write it, depending on, as the case may be. All right. Now, arrangements are it's like you are putting a clothing, let me, on the song. You are beginning to wear everything. You understand? You are now giving the song a structure. You're now beautifying the song.
Okay.
Most of the songs in their raw forms don't sound as good as they begin to sound when arrangements come. Now, so arrangement is the thing that gives, you understand, that song a color. So we have a structure of a song, maybe the introduction. Sometimes we say we have pre-chorus, we have bridges, we have vamps. We use a lot of terms for these things. You understand? I'm an unconventional person. I'm from an indisciplinary school of music. So much that I don't really go out for all the theories. I just do whatever resonates with me. For example, I think during my last project, before I, graduated from the university, one of my lecturer, I changed a song from major to minor. That's by Jaye Banfe. All right. So I changed it to a minor. Some people watching me now would understand if they still remember. It was a very popular song, but I decided to rearrange it according to the way I felt. And I realized that music should actually be done based on feelings more than anything else. If I don't feel it, you understand?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't get mechanical on any kind of music. You understand? That's why I'm not really crazy about arrangements like that. You understand? So when the lecturer asked me, he said, "Why did you change this song? I know this song. It is a major song, but you changed it to a minor." I was looking for an answer. And the answer that occurred to me in that moment was that because I felt like doing it. And that was what I said. Though I thought I had messed it up by, giving that answer. But I just saw that the professor started to nod. I said, that's actually the right answer. If you don't, do it according to, you understand? So many of the rules that we bring into music now were created by people who, in their own states. Now, we know that there are some things that works. There are some things, they are basic melody, harmony, how to sing those things together. But arrangement of music is dependent so much on a lot of factors. Okay. If you take 20 music directors to arrange one song, it is most likely that they will arrange it 20 ways.
Wow.
All right.
Mm.
Some people like songs with a lot of vamps, a lot of intro. Some people like it when the song is just flowing. You understand? I was listening to a song recently by Apex Kent, and I realized that they didn't do much, even though Kent was basically the seller guy. They used to do a lot of this Ebenezer Wario. I was listening to the song and I was trying to look out for instrumentations. They were not much. So placing a structure on a song is good, but for me, I feel that a lot should be dependent on how you feel about the song.
Okay.
Yes, you are not the only person. Let me quickly say this. I know our time is far gone. You are not the only person. If you write a song, it does not mean that you should be the one to arrange it. You get what I'm saying now? So you can give it out to people. You can write a song and give it out to somebody to arrange the song for you. You can come together and think about how to arrange the song, but it does not mean that because you wrote the song, you have to be the one to arrange it.
Okay.
All
Thank you so much.
All right.
So lastly, is collaboration very important in songwriting? Is it necessary, or it is just one of the things that happen in songwriting? Is it something that has to be done? You know, there's something that has to be done, and there are some things that are really necessary. So that's kind of thing. So is it necessary for there to be collaborations in songwriting? Yes.
Let me tell you, collaboration is one of the best ways you can bring out the beauty of a song. See, if you decide to do everything by yourself, you will not get another person's perspective on your song. You'll be shocked what you can do when you bring somebody else on a song and he looks at the song from his own angle, and then you begin to see the song in a new light. I learned this a lot from the American people, because when I was growing up and I was watching the jazz music, watching the gospel music, I realized that a lot of these people come together to collaborate. So they take one song and they make it, they expand the song. I was watching the documentary of We Are the World, that was 1985 then.
Sorry.
And, Quincy Jones was, he was there. I think Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson wrote the song then. And what I realized was that when they started to bring the song together, suggestions were coming up. You understand? See, I can start a song and you finish it. Are you with me now?
Yeah.
There was one of the songs that we did in our church. My friend wrote a line and I wrote the rest of the song. You understand? So collaborations make, especially for people who are like minds like you, the fact that they are like minds, does not mean they have to see the song from your perspective, but seeing it from different perspective will now give it a kind, it will give it a form of, you're having, rice and beans, and it will not be monotonous. It will be very, very, there will be varieties. You understand? So when you collaborate with people, all right, it gives your song a color. When you look at orchestra now, for example, now we said orchestra is, you're bringing timbre, you're timpani, you're bringing trumpet. You understand? That is to add color to the to the melody.
Yeah.
If you just bring the trumpet out and you begin to play the trumpet, you bring, the color will be different. It will just be one color, but it's like you're adding yellow, green. You understand? And you have a whole lot of color on the song. So collaborations, if you want to be a very amazing musician, you understand? You should be open to collaborations. If you are a close-minded person,
we can hear that.
If you're a close-minded person, if you want to do everything by yourself, you want to write your song by yourself, you don't want to. Some people will just look at that and say, just leave him. He can write, Abby. You understand?
Yeah.
But when you open yourself up to people coming on board to help you write your song, to help you arrange your song, even, lyrically, you are writing the song and somebody is saying, in fact, check many bands, rock bands. You see someone is writing verse 1, somebody is writing somebody is writing the bridge, and the bridge will make sense, more sense than the bridge you wrote. There was a song, I said something about little things then.
Big things.
And big things. Yes. For the little things you do and the big things you do. Amen. All right. Now, one of my church members, I was trying to write the rap lines myself, because I like a little of rap. I felt like, okay, at some point we need to put rap on this song. And I was writing the rap and it was messy.
My God.
Because I'm not really a rap person. So I called the guy, I said, please come and write. And he wrote a full-length rap for me.
God.
You understand? Imagine if I had tried to do that by myself. I may be able to do something of a rap, song on that, but it will not make sense. So when you look at people featuring people, Luciano Pavarotti was a classical musician who collaborated with a lot of pop musicians. Go and Google Luciano Pavarotti. Was an Italian tenor who collaborated with people like Bryan Adams, like Celine Dion,
My God.
like what's the name? Eric Clapton.
Hey,
In fact, people
all these names like this.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I want to round up now. So people were not happy with him at first because they felt that he was taking the classical music out of its zone. You understand?
Yeah.
But Luciano Pavarotti understood the power of collaboration. And if you look at the 1990s up to year two, in fact, he sang with Tracy Chapman. I was shocked. This was a man that sang classical music and started to sing with pop guys. And he will come and sing his Italian song. He will come and sing his classical. And Bryan Adams will come and sing his own. In fact, Celine Dion sang with him. You understand what I'm saying now? So those kind of collaboration helped to bring a lot of people together under one roof to listen to classical music plus contemporary music. Something that we never had in the earlier centuries.
Wow.
So collaboration is one of the best ways to get your music out there.
I think it's even what is number one self, like is the core. Like, that means you can't even remove it.
No,
My
you can't.
God.
Yes, that's the way it is now.
Wow.
That's the way it is now.
So to our viewers out there, you can hear they say that out of the belly flows rivers. This one, out of the belly flows rivers of knowledge. You can just hear, if we just start like, I'm not for sure we'd finish this.
Yes, if there's so much.
There's so much in it. And we really appreciate having you on this show. It's an amazing time and it's a big honor. Thank you so much for honoring our invite. And so our viewers out there, we love you all so much. And see, that's why I'm giving you these big things like this. So take it seriously. And I hope that this was really helpful to you. My name remains Esther's Bride on the Boost Show. Stay tuned with us next time. See you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.